When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Howard Hanna halftime show of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association's Class B semifinal. It's Main-Endwell with the 21-0 lead over Section 6's Western New York Maritime Health Sciences. And, I think from that first half, I don't think the Falcons were expecting the Spartans to be as fast as they were.
I'll tell you, they're playing a really good team tonight. I mean, you understand why Main-Endwell has the reputation that it has. It has the history that they have. They're a very, very structured team. Their offense is a discipline, kind of that wing T offense. They don't throw the ball a ton. But that quarterback, he's about as fast as any quarterback I've seen this year.
Yeah, he's been really fast. Obviously, a couple of his carries have gone for a touchdown. He's got an interception. He's their punt returner. All around their best player. I mean, they have elite speed, something maybe the Falcons haven't seen in quite some time.
Yeah, his one touchdown, he was so far past everybody when he turned the corner. Like, you just don't see that too often, and especially at the quarterback position. Maritime is a fast team, and they look like it's like night and day against so far. So you got to have to go. But yeah, I think maybe a little shell shock right now. They came out, they got the fumble in the first quarter, the first drive. So things were going their way, and they get down to the red zone a few times and can't punch it in, and then just boom, a couple of plays, and they're just really fast, and they're already down 21-0. It's tough, Francis, when you're a team that doesn't throw a ton. It's tough to be down 3 scores. It's not an ideal position for them.
Joe, why don't you walk us through real quick those 3 touchdowns, little first half highlights from this game?
Yes, quarterback keeper from Mike Mancini, 7-0 for a 41-yard touchdown run. Ethan Sadler had a 20-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0. And Maritime had the ball. They were forced to punt. I'm sorry, Maritime had the ball after punt. And then they threw a couple times, once again, mostly on 3rd and 4th down till late where they were throwing it. And then another touchdown run from Mancini, again, 78 yards, 20-0. That was after an interception. And then, Mancini had that interception again on Webster. So if you think about it, guys, right, with what the Falcons had, they had a couple chances inside the 40-yard line. And 3 times, no points, 2 interceptions. You got to capitalize on it. And when you struggle to move the ball as well as they had 2 great returns on the kickoffs and the punts, and they got no points out of it. And you just can't afford that against this strong team.
And on the last drive, to try to make it 21-6 or 21-7, 21-8, a really costly another delay of game, which I think it was the second one of the game. And that came out of a timeout. So we talked about in the pregame, guys, that, little things like that, the pre-snap penalties, when you're playing a really good team like they are, you really can't do those things, and it's hurting them a lot.
You wonder, I think you really started to notice Maritime was in trouble when, they were able to run up the middle, but they just could not get to the outside with Thomas and Copeland, which I think was a big shock to everybody probably watching the game, not from Main-Endwell, that, you would think, we know they're good up the middle, but you would have thought they really take advantage on the outside. But Thomas is just, there was a run where you thought he was getting the outside, and all of a sudden the ends and the linebackers just immediately close the gap.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Health Science, maybe try some screens. They haven't attempted any that I saw. I don't think I missed any. But a good way to try to slow down a very fast team is let them in and dump it over their head, and that'll get them slowing down a little bit. But you got to try something. They got a little bit away from their game plan. I think a little bit. They threw They threw a lot more than I expected them to. I know the last drive there was a bunch of passes, but it's 21-0. You got to chip away at it. You got to get back in striking distance. For the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and with what I saw with their passes, I mean, they're down 21-0. They're waiting till 3rd and 4th down before the last drive to throw, and those are passing downs.
The obvious ones.
The obvious
right?
ones. They missed some opportunities. The first play of the game was a nice dump off pass, went for 12 yards, and then they've had a couple of good runs. They had 2 good defensive drives where they stopped Endwell 3 and out, got the ball, great field position, didn't score. But Endwell's up 21-0 because of quick strike offenses. I mean, they're just scoring a couple plays. I mean, Mancini's run, that was really quick. So they're really not making Endwell move down the field that much to get their points. It's too easy.
You got to spy Mancini at this point.
Yeah.
He's too dangerous of a runner from the quarterback position. I would move one of my safeties up and force him to throw. Because you're going to lose if they keep running on you like this. So I would try to force them to throw the ball as best as you can, and I would try to maybe shadow Mancini with one of my faster safety or cornerbacks.
And we talked about Mancini, how he was on the 2016 Endwell team that they won the World Series. So this is an athlete.
The Little League World
yeah, not that Major League. Yeah, Little League World Series. So and this whole community, they're used to playing these types of games. He's a pure athlete, and someone who makes it this far, he can play baseball, but you're also an athlete to get that far.
He's playing defense too,
and he's showing defense and kick return. He's doing everything. He's been their best player by far.
Yeah.
All right, guys, real quick, if you are Coach Parker in that locker room, or if they're not in the locker room, maybe on the sidelines, what are you saying to your team right now?
Well, first and foremost, you got to calm down. You got to relax. Okay. The game isn't over. It's 21-0, but we still have to play our game. I like I mentioned a little while ago, I would throw some screens in there. You got to try to get them off their game a little bit, because right now I'm sorry, I lost train of thought. Who they playing?
Main-Endwell.
Main-Endwell is really doing whatever they want. Okay, and you gotta try to get them off their game a bit, because Main-Endwell, it's that funky offense that we talked about before the game, Francis, where it's the wing T offense, and it's you got to keep them in front of you. Your vision is very important, because there's misdirections going everywhere. But you got to relax. You got to calm down. You saw the frustration from the quarterback last drive when there was a delay of game, and he almost threw the ball down. He didn't do it, but you got to calm down. You got to relax, all right, and fight back in it. Get back into the game and get in striking distance for the fourth quarter.
And then for Main-Endwell, their coach has an outstanding record. Over 100 wins, 15 losses. So they're used to being in a situation with a lead. So he knows how to handle with a 3-score lead. But for them, just continue what they're doing. Strong running game, protecting the football, and just playing quick. Not overthinking it, just going, left to right and beating, Maritime to the ball and getting good tackles. And they're doing nothing wrong so far. Just keep playing the way you are.
They are an extremely good tackling team.
Yeah.
They do the basics very good. A lot of one-on-one tackles that I don't think Western York Health Science Maritime is used to being tackled one-on-one. They're usually the superior athlete when it comes to one-on-one tackles. And really impressed with Main-Endwell of how much they tackle, how fast they get to the ball. And that comes from coaching down.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what you coach from day one. It's the basics of tackling and swarming to the football.
Yeah, I think. All right, so that'll wrap it up for our halftime show. Again, it's Main-Endwell leading Western New York Maritime 21-0 at halftime of the state's semifinals. Join us back here for post-game coverage, and then of course we'll have coverage of the Class AA game between Bennett and Cicero North Syracuse. So for Tim Chifa, Joe Daniel, I'm Francis Beck. Thank you for tuning in to the Howard Hanna halftime show.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love the
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.